Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train. Last run was the Make It Count run. Next is the hero we need. Your champion is amazing, your spells not so much. Your champion is good. Your spells are expensive. Your champion gets more attack and more health. Well, what is the best champion then? More health on the Sentient with spikes would be very nice. Gains 50% attack and 50% HP. Wildenton is actually very tempting as well because he's already a fantastic champion. The spells being more expensive is a pain in the ass, but maybe that just incentivizes more spell upgrades as opposed to unit upgrades. But the Root Seeds being 2 cost is almost unplayable. Stygian is garbage. You know, Umbra is very tempting. Primordium would get a buff to attack and health, but do we really care about going from 3 health to 5? Not really. I mean, if we go 40 attack, it goes to 60 attack, but at that point it's almost too much. Now, Penumbra has good stats. That could be interesting. Melting Remnant. Rector Flicker Burnout. I mean, normally he comes out as like a 150 on level 3, so he would be a 225. It's still whatever. I do think that Little Fade could be fantastic. Lots of damage with the Mark of a Champion, and molds. You know, even for 2 energy, a mold might be worth playing. Wormkin. Spine Chief does good damage. Echo Right does good damage. Those could be worth picking up. But I really think Wildenton's what I want. He's just so good. Segus Jr. says normal Umbra. Monstrous Penumbra could be good. I don't like Monstrous Penumbra. Without the ability to descend innate, like innate to every turn, to the deck, because there's a cave-in and that's it. Without a way of descending or ascending, you can't put morsels on the floor of Penumbra, which means that you can only really play Penumbra once, and then it's what it does. But even then, Penumbra doesn't do that much damage on the high level. It's gonna do like, what, 240? 170, so it's actually a little bit more, 250? 255? 255 damage is okay, but that's still only like a third of the damage you need every turn on Divinity Fight. He's gonna come out with 150 health, but how are you gonna keep him alive? I guess what you could do is put other heals on him that's not lifesteal, but you know, it's Umbra. Lifesteal is built into the deck. When isn't Little Fade fantastic, says Quark. Well, because all the spells are gonna be super expensive. But I kinda like Wildenton. And I kinda like Melting with primitive molds. That way if Wildenton dies, you can just bring him back. Quark says, it always seems like let's take Little Fade is the answer. I mean, you know, some of the champions aren't balanced. Some of the champions are just better than the other ones. But I think Awoken Wildenton is pretty good. He's actually going to be very tanky. We probably don't need Primitive Mold now that I think about it. What would we take then? Anyone have good spells that are cheap? Wormkin isn't exactly cheap, but I kind of like it. Let's go with, you know, Umbra could be pretty good here. That way we can get healing morsels down. Let's give it a shot. Umbra Awoken, you ready? Now Plink or Shade Splitter? I think we want Shade Splitter. You know, if you gave me the opportunity of taking whatever champion I wanted, what would I take? I would take the Awoken champion, I would take Little Fade, I would take Primordium basically every time, because they're like the 3 best champions in the game. Is a little samey, maybe, but it's also really good. I will take these cards, because I have no choice. Our champion is very good, our spells, not so much. Damage shield 2 to the first friendly unit summoned each turn. That's very, very good, because it turns units into spells. Friendly units get +5 or a morsel every turn. A morsel every turn is a damage shield every turn. I think this is exactly what we want. And uncommon morsels can give you lifesteal. I think we want quick. And I think we'll take sweep. What? Do you want quick or do you want sweep? It's a tough call, but I actually think I want sweep first and then maybe quick later. Although I am curious how Predator and Strangler upgrade. Predator gets multi-strike, Strangler gets more HP, a lot more HP. And Thorn Lord gets just a lot more HP as well. So maybe we'll take Strangler first, because he's the healthier version. Dun, 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 dun. Armor 10. That's not a big problem. Everything's gonna stick around on the same floor anyways. Impling Run, let's go. Make your spells into disposable units instead. You know, actually, I didn't think about that, Nor. That's a very good point. Hellhorn might actually be the play now. Because the Queen would get more health to keep her alive a little bit longer. That's a fantastic idea, and I don't know why I didn't think about it. But maybe I will think about it. Think about it. I think we want this, this, this. Really, I just want this train steward to die, and luckily he is gonna die. Lifesteal Morsel can come out. You can come out. You can do more damage. You're still not dead? I guess you're healing. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot going on this floor, but I think that's okay because we actually get decent morselization here. Should have had you in the front, but whatever. And you're taking 120, which is very good, and then you're dead. Should have put you in the front. That's okay. Lifesteal is still worth it in a lot of situations. Bang, bang, bang. Sting, Restoration Detonation, Sap. Probably Restoration Detonation for a heal. Prismal Dust. I actually really like this. Again, like expensive. Retrieval, which is not that good. Prismal Dust though for damage shield, why not? Now, Morsel Maker definitely, yes I know. We take it all the time. There's a reason for that, it's good. We could even just play that on the same floor as the champion and then just be done with it. Umbra unit and a Merchant of Steel to upgrade units, or we could go for Merchant of Magic to make spells a little bit cheaper. I'm gonna go for the, what's coming up next? Merchant of Steel with an Awoken unit. You know what, let's go for the spells then. We can get more money too. Remove Consume, cost 1 more, not interested. Magic Power. Interested. Make a spell cost -1. Yeah, why not? We're gonna reroll though? What are we looking for like holdover with? Pretty much nothing, because nothing is worth holdover or permafrost or anything else. So maybe you just accept that you just want a little bit of cash and then you move on. The North says, +1 stings offend me so ugly. They're not good, that's for damn right, certain. That's for damn right. They're not a good unit to have. No, no, no. Summon morsels every turn. I mean, it's still not bad. Do this, this, this. Get out there and die. We're gonna have garbage in our deck, but these units are so weak, I think it's totally fine. I can't kill you, you dick. You dick. Well, I would have liked the cash. We should have started, I mean, starting on the top means we killed everything, so I don't know. You're gonna stick around for a while. You're hurting though. We'll buff you up. Put out another morsel just to tank the damage, I guess. Now we have damage shield. We're healing a little bit. We don't need a damage shield, even though it would be good. Let's just give, get you out there. Get some energy for next turn. The consume would have been pretty nice, but... What's going on up here? You're all finally dying. Beautiful. I'm like, this floor kind of sucks. Nice. Whatever, we're gonna draw an immortal trade, which will do it for us. It's a weird turn. Actually, we might not draw the immortal trade. We've got a good chance of it, though. There it is. The pyre would kill you anyways, but now you're dead. All of those Awoken buff units kind of suck. A lot of the cards or units that are like Wildwood Custodian, they were not buffed at all in the Divinity DLC update. They're just not good enough anymore. They don't come out early, they don't have banner unit priority, their abilities are not that good. Some of their essences are amazing, and I could definitely see like melding them together, but that costs too many pack shards, I think, unless you're going for 400 pack shard runs. Glimmer Sting, Steel Enhancer. Glimmer is still usable. Steel Enhancer is pretty good, but I think Glimmer is still takeable. Although a -1 holdover Steel Enhancer is like the definition of barely okay and worth taking, but I don't think so. Just give me the Glimmer. We can still make a good spell out of that. Space Prism or Packed Morcells? Probably Space Prism. I hate to say it, but we do. I mean, the X-Cost card would have been good as well, but we have enough capacity, I think, for morsels at this point. Quick. Animus of Will. Engage Pact, Morsel Maker, Animus of... I mean, this is classic combinations there. Exactly what you want. Intrinsic. An Intrinsic Space Prism is, I think, what we want. We have 60 pack shards, I know. Do we need an Animus of Will to have quick? That's a tough call, because if we get Wildenton with quick, then we don't. But also, you're not a sweeper, so it doesn't really matter as much. I think I just want to reroll and look for like multi-strike or large stone. Yeah, that's pretty good. Even giving you a bunch of damage shield is not bad, but you gain stats, so your health matters less. Wingmaker, yeah, I'll take it. So we're gonna get Hef on this run as well. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I actually kind of like making this free. So we have 75 pack shards already, but it's a very good deck. And Slay Trigger on you is not a problem. The North says 75% to eventually get quick enchant right, just don't die too fast. I think so. I don't exactly understand how the game chooses which one to take, but yeah, pretty much. So you want the damage shield. You go out there. Space Prism means we can play a morsel. Now you're getting more HP. And then you can just die. I mean, we have the deck, we have the build, we have exactly what we're looking for now. And we have damage shield every turn with the morsels, so it's actually a very good build right now. Like an obscenely good build. And we've got very good damage shield potential too. And if anything, you know, makes it on this floor and sticks around, they're just gonna die eventually anyways, because we, you know, have scaling damage thanks to the Animus. This is a very, very good start. Let's have you just tank. And then you can die, and then you can get buffed. So now I am actually looking for an ascend or a descend so we can actually fit more units on the same floor. That'd be fantastic. Wingmaker is not really going to do it on its own, unfortunately, but at least we can take out these guys. You're going to get 25 armor? I do not care. It's kind of an autopilot run, but that's not going to be good enough in the end. We're going to need more. Ooh, I have more morsel capacity now. That's nice. And a couple of life steal morsels. That's very good. But I still have 2 damage shields, so I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay. So we know what we want. We want to dupe these animuses and then just get them out there. Get them behind our champion, ideally. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We can just get the animuses above the champion, and then they can kill anything that makes it through. Nothing's going to make it through, though, because of the rooting. Blazing bolts. It's literally unplayable. I think that maybe what we want is energy, because we can't play the spells that we currently have. Even Channel Song is tempting, but it's not going to bring back any good units, so maybe not. Blazing Bolts is a pretty decent spell. It's expensive, but it's either that or Wretch. We don't need more morsels, so I guess we'll take Blazing Bolts. We'll try to just upgrade it later. And I mean, I don't think we want any of these. $15. We need more like health regen, but that's kind of what the morsels are for, and the damage shield, I suppose, and ideally quick when we get it so we take less damage. Late game bosses are going to be a problem, I'm anticipating. But with animuses, hopefully that'll just get us the scaling that we need. I don't see any of this being good. What do I care about getting more morsels? I think we want energy so we can play more spells. At the end of turn, deal 4 damage to friendly units. Enemy units enter with damage shield 1. When a non-champion unit dies, it is purged. Every time I take these, I regret it. Except this could be pretty good to purge the 5 units in the deck that we don't need. Are you willing to take the broken wheel? I think I'm willing to take it. I think I'm willing to take it. I am. Even this is tempting because enemy units are going to get swept anyways, but bye-bye Animus, says the Nor. I don't think the Animus is going to die. It changes to everyone is endless. That's still not bad, though. An Endless Wildington, if he dies, then he can just get replayed, and then he can get replayed with the Animus on every floor. I actually think that's not bad. The morsels still get killed, right? Like, what happens when a morsel with Endless is eaten? Does it change the morsels to Endless? Because that's actually a bit of a problem. Although an Endless morsel, if it's like a quality morsel every turn, it's not bad. Also, we don't have to take it, do we? Oh, but then if we don't take it, does everything still remain with Purge? This is such a such a screwed up situation here. I'm gonna look it up. Broken Wheel Monster Train Wiki. The Broken Wheel. After 2 combats, it can be replaced with the Immortality Potion. Immortality Potion. Friendly non-morsel units get Endless. Okay. So first of all, that's what we know. Dun 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 dun. I think we want it. But that's the only one we're gonna take. Just take all three. What's the worst that can happen? No, I will not take all three. What I might want to do though is dupe our good Animus, since this is a good opportunity for it. We could also go to the Merchant of Magic though and upgrade spells, but I got to admit, it's going to be hard to keep him alive, but dude, freaking multiple super Animuses is pretty good. We're going to get so many pack shards of doing this though. I'm very worried. Shadow Siege, huh? A 200, 150 unit. Plus 60, plus 50, and plus 2 capacity. I really wish that I had put you in an Animus. It is 10 turns of buffs compressed into 1 turn, but I don't think we can play you. I think you are unplayable. We could take the Alloyed Construct and have another floor of things to do. It's not a bad idea. We can just kill it later. We're gonna be purging 5 cards out of the deck. Maybe you take the Alloyed Construct. The Channel Song, he would be nice. Unfortunately, I said no to it. Hef comes out as a 50-50. We can buff her to a 100-100 with 5 capacity. She's pretty much unplayable though. She does have trample though. I don't. We can't consume it. We can't get a Channel Song out with it. It's 6 capacity as is, which means that we can't even play it. Alloyed Construct though. I'm gonna take it for a few combats and hopefully just dump it later. So we did get quick on Predator, exactly what we're looking for. And then we'll upgrade him with Sweep later. I am gonna take another pack shard. And honestly, I think Day's melee weakness is very good. Although, Split Anvil gives us the ability to play our spells now. That's what we're looking for. That's such a good relic to get. Non-boss enemy units get multi-strike. I think we can totally take this. We're gonna scale faster than they do. And we have damage shield. I think we can totally take this. Now, do you haste? You do haste. So we have to play on the bottom, but I think that's okay. It's gonna be a tricky run, but I like it. I like what we got. Split Anvil's gonna make everything free anyways. So Wildenton goes out. I think we might want to play the Construct, but it is gonna... We can play it on the middle floor. We can. But it's not gonna have room for morsels. I think that's fine though. Because if we play it up here, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna play it up on the top. You get this. No, you get this. Then this is free. Then you get a morsel. Now, we didn't get the draw that we wanted, but that's still fine. Blazing Bolts is playable. Unfortunately, we don't want to play it. What we will play, though, is you in the front to tank a hit. Maybe we prefer, actually, the Animus to get some damage shield just in case there's... Well, you're gonna hit yourself on the spikes, which means you're gonna die, which means I do need you to actually have damage shield. I think that was a very smart call. I think that we can play you. I think that we can play you. We don't need to give you any morsels. I think we want to give you the morsel. Now you hurt. But we can keep you alive just with an immortal trade, and then I think you're good. So we want to play Sharpen first. Probably play it on you. So make everything else in our hand free. And we can play a Glimmer. Root Seeds. Root seeds. I want to play Immortal Trade. Why are you taking 43? Oh, because you're quick. That makes a lot of sense. No one in here has spikes. Should have played you in the front, but it doesn't actually matter. What was this boss? This was not the, this was not the, Why are you dying on hit? Oh, you're dying to the damage you're taking. This isn't the multi-strike boss, is it? You are giving everyone lifesteal, you dick! It's fine, you're still dying, you're just very annoying. So you need to tank hits. Now you're gonna have 9 HP. We should have maybe used the train steward for this, but now you're gonna have 1 HP. That morsel's living? Brief respite. Good heal. Maybe you just want to play an Immortal Trade. What boss is this? Doesn't Wildenton root? Wildenton is rooting, absolutely. What do you play here? Do you play the Immortal? I think you play the Immortal Trade. I really do. Now, I really wish that these train stewards could die, but that's unfortunate that they're not. Yeah, because this is exactly what I wanted. And you know what? You can die. Beautiful. We didn't even use the top floor. That worked very well. It was scary, but we got the good draw that when we needed it to keep us alive. And we may have removed like 1 card from the deck. A Vine Grasp every turn is phenomenal. These are too expensive, and Ensnare is not good enough. So I think you skip. Although the Awake is very good, we kind of have a little bit of an... You know what? We want it, so we can play all of our other spells. We want it, so we can play all of our other spells. I'm starting to figure out what we want. We want expensive spells in this deck, absolutely. Now, do we want to upgrade those spells, or get an artifact and card removal? What would we remove? The units we can kill on our own. Hopefully the next combat we can start in the middle. We couldn't do it last because of the haste, basically. We didn't have to start on the bottom, but I chose to. Upgrade spells? It's Arcus. Arcus is hopefully not bad. I mean, we have 4 energy. Making these spells cost 3 is okay, but I kind of like the varied cost of everything. We upgrade the Animuses, we could get like a large stone Animus or something. Another multi-strike on one of them. I mean, those would be very good upgrades. What's coming up next? Hellvent. No, I think we'll go Merchant of Magic next. So let's go Merchant of Steel now. Friendly unit gets +1 per spike or summon 3 energy. Summon 3 energy is going to be playable almost every turn. Intrinsic. Wingmaker Intrinsic is okay, but since we have... I punched my microphone. Since we have Quick, it's not super necessary. It would give us a lot of capacity in many situations. Not all, but many. We don't really want Quick. Just a bunch of health is not bad on an Animus. I mean, this is probably the only time we're going to be upgrading the Animuses. We probably will not upgrade them for the rest of the run. Because we're going to go magic, 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 I think. So, making one of them, you know, 25 HP stronger so it can tank a little bit of damage is totally fine. We might even keep the Construct at this point too, because it is kind of its own floor. You know, it's kind of an age-old question. Should you upgrade the Construct or just dupe an Animus later? Because we could go left in Hellvent, or we could go left at the very end to Hellvent. Maybe you go left and then Merchant of Magic, so you get another, hopefully good Animus to tank. Kind of like it. Endless. That is not what we wanted. We could save an upgrade slot on the Animus, but it's got multi-strike 4. It's pretty good. A large stone would be so nice, though. Do you wait? Do you wait and then go Hellvent Merchant of Steel at the very end? I think you wait. So let's remove cards that we don't want to see, because we are going to be removing the Train Stewards on this next combat, hopefully. Let's see what happens. I don't want anything at the temple. I was thinking about the intrinsic big hammer, but you know what? Let's not worry about it. That's too many pack shards, I think. We gotta cool it. So Crystal Cloak is probably the worst boss we could have asked for, but with damage shield and life steal, it's not terrible. We can turn this on. It's a relatively easy challenge. So we might want to put the champion on the top and then have everything else kind of tank damage for that floor. So it'll be like Wildenton. Animus. I know we're gonna have, we should have played the freaking morsel, you dummy. We can play the Awake. It's not a huge Awake, but what else are you gonna play? It's gonna make everything else free anyways. So then we can, I mean, you're all dead. So I think you just Glimmer. And then, I mean, might as well just hit you. Not a great turn, but whatever. Ah, if we play our units here and then they die, they'll get purged. Okay, you got me. I may have forgotten about that. Yeah, okay, I see the problem now. Well, I don't care about the construct, I suppose. We can give it all the morsels and then keep it gorging. Wingmaker, if it makes it up here and gets a kill, we can play another Animus and then stack up Animuses for this floor. And then we can just give you all of the damage shield we can. That's not a bad idea. You're gonna freaking murder me. I'm gonna do it. Because if we're gonna do it, we might as well just do it, right? There's our +3 energy. This doesn't make anything free, but I want the morsel. It's not a good morsel. It's played up here. This does nothing. Root seeds, probably on you. We did get the Wingmaker, which means I can play the Animus, which means we can play the Prismal Dust. Hold on, I actually need a morsel first. Then you. Then with 8 energy, we can get 8 damage shield, which it should keep us alive for the boss fight. That being said, I'm gonna play a Train Steward first just to kill it. This will make everything else free. Like 8 damage shield should be good enough, I think. You guys are totally fine. You're freaking toasted. I have nothing that can hit the front line, which is a bit of a problem, but you know, whatever. You have 1 fuel. Let's give you another fuel. I can kill you. You're gonna give everyone 10 armor. I mean, it doesn't seem like a very good call then, does it? Pulling you to the front. I mean, if I can kill you, I'd like to kill you. I could have pulled you to the front and killed you, but you're dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. You need a tank. Now you're living. I love that. It's so good. You have no fuel, but that's fine. You're gonna die. Still have a Train Steward and a Custodian in the deck, but that's fine. You're all dead. You're probably gonna hit a damage shield, that's fine. Actually, you're probably not, because everything else is quick, and you're probably gonna die. Yeah, in hindsight, I think we're fine. And if our construct dies, I actually think that's perfect. You're actually gonna gorge. Fantastic. Wonderful. Exceptional. We can give you a lifesteal. You guys can die. Being able to actually kill these units is surprisingly helpful. I don't think I want to maneuver anyone here. You can give me more energy next turn. Yeah, like, I guess I can pull you forward, it doesn't matter. But you're gonna die to the sweep anyways, so like, just play that. We should play Blazing Bolts. We haven't played it yet. It's gonna make Grovel free. We need to upgrade that spell. We give ourselves more damage shield. It is worth it to purge another one of your damage shields, so why don't I just put a morsel in front. You can take a damage shield. And this, I don't think actually matters. Although, no, you're still gonna die, but it doesn't matter. We'll buff you in the back, I suppose, and then do some more damage to you. Everything on the top floor is dying. We're not even losing any damage shield, which is amazing. This means we're gonna get Hef. You know, Hef is gonna be endless. That's actually not bad. Hef can just be a tank for the Animuses, but the Animuses are kind of tanks for themselves anyways, because they all have endless. As is though, I guess we'll just play it, since we need to. Still have 7, so it's worth tanking another hit. More energy. We can play Immortal Trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with quick. You know what? I think we actually do want to play Immortal Trades. I think by doing that, we win because you're gonna have, yeah, you're gonna run out of stealth, I'm gonna hit you, and I'm gonna heal. We actually still have energy, which is a huge surprise. It's not like it matters, though. I mean, you didn't even get through the damage shield. We did so much damage. Beautiful. Why were the Animuses able to even hit you? That's weird. So Restoring Retreat, I'm very tempted about because we can stack Animuses behind Wildenton, and with damage shield, the morsels haven't really been a problem. We haven't needed them. And we have like one good heal in the deck in case we do need it. So I'm looking at Restoring Retreat like we can make one big tanky floor. I kind of like, I mean, this is way too expensive, way too expensive. This has potential. And I think we just want another Grovel. Gem Trove is good, but we're not going to be able to play it in a lot of situations. But Grovel, I mean, damage shield and morsels, you love it. Draw Pot, gild it. Not looking, while I'm doing the challenges that make your life hell, I'm not going to just take a card that's bad just to kill it. Excavation Eruption is tempting though. But yeah, they nerfed it. It's not 4 times, it's 3 times. I don't think we need it. Like Grovel, it makes things free, it gives us energy thanks to the Hell's Banners. It's a great pickup. Also, I just remembered, you can take an upgrade by saying no to the Wingmaker. I think it can make one of your units smaller. So we could have made a tiny Animus. I just realized that now. But we'll take a Hef. Hef is not bad. In fact, we can put Hef, all the Animuses on her floor. And then stack up the morsels on the floor to give her more damage shield and protection. Get Immortality Potion. units. This is the first time I've ever won her challenge, by the way. Game over, I quit. You keep the artifacts and leave. So if you really wanted the wheel, what's the point of this struggle between heaven and hell if we're caught in the endless cycle anyway? Cycles were meant to be broken, just like rules, even if I were the ones to invent these rules. Return artifacts and leave. And no, I think we want endless. I think we do. And you know what? I'm just now realizing again another synergy. When Hef makes the floors big and our champion dies, then we'll have capacity to replay the champion on relentless waves. So yeah, we want endless. First of all, it's protection from death, and all of our units are quick anyways. And then second of all, it's just good. So I really like this. I do think we want to make spells better though, because I think we're gonna upgrade units at the end and then probably dupe another Animus. So let's see what we get from the Merchant of Magic. Concealed Caverns and Hellvent is good too. Shadowbox is good. Conscription Notice is also pretty good. You know, put another unit behind Hef. When you first summon your champion, gain a random unit with 10, 10, -1, -1. When you play your 20th morsel, deal 150 damage. The thing is, Shadowbox, considering the number of morsels we get 1 per turn guaranteed. 2 per grovel, which we're gonna play 100% because they make other cards free. Shade Splitters, which are gonna be free. We're going to get the morsels frequently. We don't play 20 per combat? Not yet, but we will when we hit Seraph and Divinity. We will easily get to 20. Especially when we can just play them to die. Because we're also going to go card draw after this, which means that the grovels are going to be better. And honestly, if we get a grovel holdover, boom, we're there. Conscription Notice, it's a little harder to play because Hef on middle floor Divinity only has 4 capacity, so that's Hef plus whatever this unit is. And then we have to wait to redraw the Animuses to play them on her floor or play them on the top floor and then descend them later. So it's actually a little harder to get units out with this. Like, my units are already good enough. I don't need another unit. I think we want Shadowbox. Permafrost. Intrinsic and Spell Chain. Too expensive on the Blazing Bolts, but like... Spell Chain on a grovel, even. Like a 4 energy grovel is slightly playable. I don't think we want anything to be intrinsic though. We are totally fine drawing these after the first couple of turns. If anything, we just want like a permafrosted immortal trade just to dump it right at Relentless. We don't discard anything, so it's just gonna be in our hand. And we can just play it to keep a unit alive. We don't have to play it at Relentless. Now sure, our units will come back anyways if they die, but it's still nice to have. Wingmaker Permafrosted is also nice so you can guarantee the kills when it matters, but Holdover Wingmaker is actually not bad. What would we prefer to hold over though? Grovel. So yeah, maybe Permafrost and the Wingmaker would be good. It's a free play whenever you need it. If our units are endless, we don't care if they die. Permafrost Restoring Retreat as well. But again, it's not that bad. Top floor Divinity is gonna suck though, but we have Immortal Trade and Grovel to keep the units alive. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it on like a Wingmaker, I think. Magic Power and Consume. I think on a Glimmer that's totally fine. And then cheaper. I gotta say, just like +1 damage shield on Prismal Dust is pretty good. We can afford these cards, unless we play something on the top floor, admittedly. But yeah, let me just upgrade Prismal Dust. Holdover is what we're looking for. So we want to hold over the Grovel. And now that Shadowbox play, you can see where I made that decision. We want it to cost 3 though, because it's gonna make everything else in our hand free in almost every situation. So we're not gonna make it cheaper, which is a weird one, but remember, when we play it, we get an energy refund immediately. So in fact, maybe we just wanna make like a Blazing Bolts cheaper, or better. We can upgrade Blazing Bolts to be both, make it cost 3. Because again, Grovel's a refund. It's very nice. Make the other Grovel cheaper for Anvil. But again, I can afford 2 3-cost cards every turn. In fact, I have 4 energy every turn, so I can even do that with an energy surplus. Now you might be wondering, why make that card that I upgraded 3 energy? Again, because now we can play 2 3-cost cards per turn, guaranteed. Which is quite nice. So what does the boss have with the upgrades here? Nothing, he just does damage and he has 2 spell shield. That's not a bad boss at all. So we're gonna play Hef, it's 3 capacity, right? Yeah. We're gonna play Hef and the Animus on the top. And then on Relentless, we're gonna replay Wildenton and Animus here, and then we're gonna replay them on the middle floor and the top floor. Do we need to play him on the middle floor? Probably not. We probably just want to play him on the top floor. Regardless, you go out. You go out. I think we want a Space Prism here. Morsel it up. Doesn't matter. We don't need to play Immortal Trades right now. Well, we got what we wanted. We're taking 7 damage. I would play a Morsel here just to take the damage shield, because we can Prismal Dust Hef and just get her poggin, basically. I think that's what we want to do. So you're gonna tank and gorge. You go up. You go up. You're gonna get capacity every turn. Now we have 5 energy, and we're gonna give you 6 damage shield. Awake also becomes free. You get armor, which is, kind of garbage. I guess we can play a Morsel and maybe descend it later, weirdly enough. And then, it just doesn't matter. I should have played Spell Shield on you, though, with the Vine Grasp, I mean. Not a good draw, but still doesn't really matter too much. We're not really taking much damage at all. And the Rebel Morsel, again, will tank. Unfortunately, though, we do not have a second Morsel to play. So I think we're just gonna Root Seeds you. And I really don't care, but we should purge your Spell Shield at least. Capacity is growing. In 5 turns, there'll be room for our champion. Now, taking 9 damage. 9 damage is something. But you'll just have another damage shield if I play this on you, so that's still good. Again, no second Morsel. We're just waiting for Grovel, and 3 of our Shade Splitters are at the bottom of the deck. It's just a little bit of bad draw happening here, but everything is still working totally fine. What do we want to play? Blazing Bolts or Sharpen? I hate to say it, but probably Blazing Bolts just to upgrade it. We can still play the Root Seeds here. And then do we want to play a Glimmer? Play it here. Poor Morsel, though. All right, there's our Grovel. Now we're looking good. Incant on that floor kind of sucks, though. So, Wingmaker, you're permafrosted. Nothing's killable, so why not hold on to it? We are about to shuffle, so let's not shuffle it into the deck. You've taken a little bit of damage. Give me a minute. You don't need lifesteal. You don't need lifesteal. So what would we do here? I guess we would give you damage shields. Let's give you the lifesteal morsel that we'll have damage shield. Then we'll just give you damage shield. Everything in our hand is free. And if we have to, you know, play morsels to kill him, whatever. You do 6 damage. So, put you there. Put you there. You know, gives us more room, I guess. Yeah, and then heal you and turn. Oh, 2 grovels in hand. It's so good. You don't really need more damage shield. You need every stack of damage shield I can afford. So start there. We'll give you, well, hold on. You need a morsel that can tank. Actually, you probably don't, but I'm gonna do it anyways. You can just take the damage shield. Then we have another grovel. Are we interested in Shadowbox? Here's the thing. We're gonna get that grovel every turn anyway, so we're gonna hit Shadowbox regardless. Why not play Blazing Bolts for an extra 160 damage? Also play this. Get another morsel out of it. Actually, the morsel's gonna live, which is totally fine. So yeah, play Blazing Bolts. Blazing Bolts! If it cost 4, yes, it would make the grovel free. That's fine. Just, I guess we're not gonna kill a unit. You know, why do that? Why not just play the morsel up there? Good point. We still have time. You love to see it. We will grovel. More damage shield. So you can take a damage shield, you can take a damage shield. This is going extremely well. And because everything's endless, you know, they're all coming back eventually. Don't play that there, play this up here. Ah, we can play this. And we have the thing happening where, you know, nothing is making it through the bottom floor because of the sweep route. If something did make it to the bottom floor, you gotta deal with this stuff up here. You're still freaking dead, you know? You're taking 1,400. I mean, we're gonna kill you on the bottom. 1,702. I think this will do it. There's Shadowbox, so yeah, you're dead. Extremely great fight. The top floor didn't do a damn thing. One Animus and the champion got the job done. Who's our boss? Buff, debuff, Seraph? It's not bad. Channel Song. Hey, do we still have the Shadow Siege? Probably not. Restore unit to full health and then swap attack and health. I mean, it's worth 30 damage on the Animus. It's pretty good. But a Channel Song gives an Animus plus 20 if we just discard an Animus and then wait for this to show up. It's pretty good. Shroud Mitosis though. I don't know. Like, we kind of have enough morsels. I don't think duping the morsels really helps us. We don't have, like, if we had a Gorge trigger, absolutely Shroud Mitosis. But because of Seraph, you know, we're gonna run out of our lifesteal and damage shield that we put on units anyways. Duping the morsels doesn't really matter. Our units are the focus point here, and they are endless. Adaptive Mutation gives 120 damage per turn on the Animus, and Channel Song allows us to draw an Animus if we haven't been able to play one yet. We barely got Shadowbox. But remember, that was bad draw, and it's gonna be easier as time goes on because I'm literally gonna take a card upgrade here. We don't need capacity. So it's really Adaptive Mutation or Channel Song. I kind of like them both, but I think Adaptive Mutation it's more damage, but it's less health, but also we don't have to discard the Animus and then draw it later. We can play the Animus immediately. So I think Adaptive Mutation allows me to get my units on the field faster, and we can go from there. And we need spell upgrades, I think. Another stack of Holdover would be insanely good if we could get it. Even double stack, like we can make Grovel 4, it's playable, and then it still makes everything else free. Or, oh, Prismal Dust is actually real good. I mean, we play this sometimes with like 8 energy. We could make Grovel 4, and we still might get Holdover too. I'm just gonna make this Prismal Dust double stack. I think it's good enough. Plus 10 magic power doesn't really matter too much now, does it? Although a Glimmer doing 32, it hits some good numbers. I'll upgrade it, and I'll really don't want this to cost 2. Adaptive Mutation costing 2 I think is good because it's a one-off and then it's easier to play. As a result, Permafrost, not what we're looking for. But if we had to Permafrost something, what would be Permafrost? Probably Restoring Retreat, so we can make sure we can organize units if we need to. I like it. I like it. I'm willing to spend money here too. Like, what else are we doing with this? And Awake was not the right call, I don't think. We haven't needed it. We've just been using Damage Shield and Morsels to tank. Yeah, we'll upgrade the other Grovel and then, like, I think I just want to remove Awake at some point. Take the shard money. I mean, it's not a bad idea. We don't need multi-strike, we just want the health. Yeah, I believe that's correct. Try to get to 150 pack shards. Take the money, I dare you. I mean, I think we are gonna try to get to 150 because I want to Hellvent another Animus and then stack them all behind our Hef anyways. So I think we will probably Hellvent duplicate, which gets us to 120 pack shards. Do we want to try to get up to 150? Every time I've done it, I've never gotten anything good out of it. So I'm very wary of actually trying it. But because our Wildenton sweeps and locks enemies down, it's actually like super easy to fight Divinity, I feel. I'll take the gold. If we can get a champion every turn of combat, it would be so nice. It's just so hard to make it happen. Now this is a little sketchy, making enemy units appear on each floor. I'm gonna do it though, because I think we can. Yeah. And with Vine Grasp, they're actually not even gonna really be that hard to take out, I don't think. And you need to die, so Wildenton's gonna go on the bottom. We could play Wildenton at the bottom. I mean, if Hef dies, I don't care. So Hef and an Animus on the top, just it kills everything. Yeah, so we'll do Wildenton at the bottom. Hef, Animus, you're all dying. We can even kill one of you. We should have done this first, but whatever. Do we draw off of a morsel? No, we don't. You're gonna have capacity on your own, so we're gonna play this here. Allows us to play more morsels. I will play a morsel. I will play these down here. I will save you 5 damage, I think. Now, I don't like that you're both dying. It's because we're not quick. But you gotta admit the Wingmaker is absurdly good up here. +5 capacity, and Hef, I can kill Hef with 2 Vine Grasps, and then we can just replay her in a minute. Seems very good, yeah. We don't have to kill her, like, she's doing fine on her own, but she's free to play, essentially, with the Hell's Banners anyways. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, we could put Animus down here, which would help this wave, or put her up here, and I mean, why not put her down here? It's a good point. She'll help to destroy these units. Buffer damage. I would like you to have full health, so I will do this, and then I will give you a damage shield, and we have a restoring retreat, which we don't need, so don't play anything. A little bit of spikes damage, but that's fine. There's the grovel, which we need, and an adaptive mutation, which is a nice damage bonus on the Animus. Not that one, but this one. I think we will... I'm gonna kill you. No, we can make that card free. In fact, if we play Prismal Dust, it's going to be free. So we should play Prismal Dust. Can we play 2 morsels? No, we can only play 1. All right, then play it for 4. And then kill you. That's a funny play, but I still kind of like it. And then let's just, I'm like, let's give you grovel. We'll buff you up a little bit. Adapted mutation, we want that there. Root seed, sharpen. Heal up. Actually did damage, didn't even notice. And then look, it's Hef. Everyone's favorite Hef. I actually thought this was a unit card. I thought it was the Crucible Collector. I was like, what the heck? How did you get in my deck? What the heck? How did you get in my deck? Let's let you tank. You're gonna get gorged. We can play you now. No, we should play a morsel first. We should play a morsel first, that way we don't get the Ember Drain. You don't have any space. Just do this. You having lifesteal is fine, it's more damage anyways. We get a Glimmer that consumes. A Root Seeds, a Vine Grasp. And turn. Freezing 1 card every turn would be lovely, but there's no way in hell we can get that. Dude, the 2 damage, the technically 3 damage shield you get every turn out of a morsel is just absurdly good. All of our units have so many damage shields right now, and I absolutely love it. We have infinite energy every turn. We can play all of our spells every turn. Brief respite. Are you healing? Oh, right, because you gain 6/6 every turn. No wonder you're healing. Anyways, there's Morsel Blitz. Technically, we should have waited, but I want to play more morsels anyways. And like, you can see how easy it is to get that Morsel Blitz anyways. Like, it's not a problem. I have too many morsels. You know what? There you go. You're dead. Blazing Bolts does not get upgraded. In fact, nothing gets upgraded, so just end it. Man, I love Wildenton. Such a good champion. In fact, I would say he's the hero we need. And Graft, not good enough. None of this is good enough. It's all bad. I honestly think we could probably afford Gem Trove. I don't think we need it like at all, but maybe not. You know, Prism Retrieval is kind of like Channel Song. We could use it to pull an Animus if we can't play it. I'm willing to toss that in the deck because we are gonna dupe an Animus, and I guess we'll go to 150 pack shards and see if we get lucky. Man, I want the book. I want the book of champions, please. Please. We're gonna play half on the middle floor, which means being able to pull out a Animus you didn't play previously is actually kind of nice. I think we're gonna go left. I have an Animus that has an upgrade slot. Large stone would be lovely, because then we can play them on the top and then descend them. Or play one of them up there and then descend it later. We don't really need spell upgrades. I mean, our spells, we know that our spells are totally fine based off of how this performance lately has gone. I think Hef just needs more HP. Or damage shield, but I think that's fine. Sure, multi-strike Animus is acceptable. What do we not need? We don't need root seeds and we don't really need shade splitters. I kind of like sharpen, and again, oftentimes free. We don't need awake. Awake has been a terrible card for us. It's gonna be better now because it is a big heal though. And on the middle floor, the boss, Divinity will have multi-strike, which is kind of annoying. So maybe we just get rid of a root seeds and a shade splitter to get to the more expensive and better spells faster. Divine Temple has plus 30 magic power. Don't care. Could purge something. Lights and Scourges cost 0. Gain 7 energy on the first turn. We have Root on the top floor is interesting. Unnecessary. We have things that we want to play with a lot of energy, even on the first turn, especially if we draw the damage shield enabler. It wouldn't be bad. But we already have good energy because we're gonna play a unit, our champion, and get 3 refund. So I think you just reroll. I really like the draw. And enemy units will never move between floors, so I think we'll spend the rest of our cash on a removal. I think we'll take the big ol' multi-strike Animus. That's a very good unit. 130 pack shards. Let's get to 150. It'll actually get us to 155. I will make a big awake, and I will purge and remove a root seeds. There you go. And then with 315 cash, I think I just want to purge the shade splitters and the root seeds. I really do. Maybe not the root seeds, I guess, because they do give us draw, but definitely the shade splitters can go. We've got a 26 card deck. It's not that bad. We have a lot of benefits with the cards that we play because they're all very cheap because of the anvil. Buff debuff removal Seraph is annoying, but we're gonna, run this exactly how we ran it previously and it should be okay. Quick is gonna wreck these fools. So then we get the Animus, we get an energy refund, more capacity so we can fit a morsel. We'll do it like this though so we don't get Ember Drained, and then, doesn't matter, you have Lifesteal, but I could hit you for 3, I guess. And then that's it. No one swept, so our Animus lived. And we do have 2 Animuses. We could play one of them in the middle because they are endless. Eventually they'll get replayed on Hef's floor. It doesn't have to be immediately. So I honestly think you go Animus, Grovel. Well, actually we can just do it like this. You don't have damage shield, you did. It doesn't matter. Then we can Grovel. Didn't keep it alive, unfortunately. Damage shield, Animus. I guess you could take the morsel. Actually, it's a very good idea to have an Animus here so we can morsel up that unit. Awake can play Sharpen. Why not? Oh, it drew another Sharpen, which made it free immediately. That's a very useful thing. We'll buff you, and then smack you for 3. Now we could descend an Animus behind Wildenton. There's no reason to do that. I actually like having that Animus there gorge him. Now Prism Retrieval can't draw anything, that's fine. Prismal Dust, we don't have the energy for it. Why are we so Ember Drained? Because there's an Ember Drainer. He's gonna die on this turn. I didn't notice that we were Ember Drained though. But that is actually kind of terrible because I don't think I can get an energy refund off of it. Well, that's annoying. Guess we'll play that. I guess we could play Adaptive Mutation and just swap one of these guys, or put out 4 damage shield. I mean, ultimately, the question of who gets the damage shield is pretty obvious. It's you. I think we'll just do it. It's all gonna get purged anyways, so just doing it now doesn't really seem to matter that much. We'll consume this. That's fine. I know we didn't play Adaptive Mutation, but this fight, I don't really think there's a need to, really. I think we're okay. You play a free morsel in front every turn. 16, 10, 4, wait, hold on, quick 50, and then an extra 120, 15, 120 has 170. You're dead. You're gonna live. Hit, hit, hit. Actually, think a grovel keeps the rubble morsel alive? Yeah. I'll take a free morsel. This is gonna purge your damage shield, but who cares? I'd rather just have you gorge. You should get the damage shield though. And you can take that one. Purge root seeds. Why not? Get out of my freaking deck. You are Ember Drain. Actually, it's way more important to kill you. We have a Glimmer. It is some value. Milk Jug says, I'm back with dinner. Since all I've had today was cookies and a bagel, I decided I should eat some veggies. I, had leftover pizza. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. 41-32, 51-33. I mean, I think you get this, but first, let's start here. Waves remaining 3. We need this morsel to be eaten. This one can die. This morsel needs to be eaten. And it kind of needs to be eaten by one of you. I mean, I need you to do as much damage as possible, so go ahead. Oh, I can't give it to the Animus. No, I can! It's gonna cost me the Restoring Retreat, but honestly, I'm gonna freaking do it. This Animus is getting real buff. So Adaptive Mutation. I think that goes on you. More damage. Blazing Bolts is actually pretty good, but I think Sharpen is better. Segus Jr. says, it's gotta be eaten sometime, pizza goes bad fast. That's why I always feel like I have to eat it immediately. Okay. Morsel's gonna die. I don't care. Actually, it's not gonna die. Grovel will keep it alive, but Awake makes everything free. Anyone taking damage on this turn? Absolutely not. Now you're getting eaten. So we'll put damage on you. I'm realizing now that there's also a specific order to what morsels I should play where and when. Any morsel that has damage should really go on an Animus when possible. You sweep, but you're gonna die before you sweep. I think we'll just play you there. This is a very good run. Just like totally solid and just plays very easily and straightforward right now. We know exactly what we're doing every turn. If I heal someone, I draw, but I don't really care about healing someone. Let's give you one of those, and we'll give you one of these. That works. Works for me. I think at this point, we should descend the Animus so that it can do its damage behind a tank, but let's do it next turn. Because there's no reason to do it right now. I mean, the boss is taking 300 damage due to the Animus. The boss is taking 400 damage. That's gonna change significantly when we play one more unit. 800 damage. It's gonna change when we descend you. 2,800 damage. Lifesteal? Lifesteal, you're dead. I could have killed you and gained capacity on the floor, and I could have played Blazing Bolts! But it doesn't matter, you're freaking dead. The book. It's the book! Yes! We've done it! Put your hands in the air like you just don't care. Although I'm realizing this means we're gonna have a bunch of endless champions. But we've got the book. So what's the book? Every turn you get a champion. But you start with a champion, yes. And every turn you get one. The heck? A sound issue. You're quick, which means you're all freaking dead. X5 or X4? Well, this Animus can live here. We didn't draw Hef on turn 1, which is a little annoying. So I think what you want to do is, you know, it's weird. I think you Animus on the top floor, and then we don't play the other Animus, because it can be drawn thanks to Prism Retrieval, which is the entire reason we added it to the deck to begin with. I think what we want to do is Animus up here so that it starts getting buffed. Space Prism here so you can start playing a morsel in the front every turn to tank. Restoring Retreat you can save. This spell you can just eat. Now, what do we get? We got a Magma Morsel, a Vine Grasp, and a Rector Flicker with Burnout 3. I mean, that's a pretty tanky unit. I like it. We also have Hef, and also he's free because he's a champion. Good point. So let's see. We got a lot of stuff to play. We need to play Hef, and I think she does get played here. Although we can play everything on the top floor and then just have it all be endless, and we can keep it alive with, you know, damage shield and whatnot. But I kind of like Hef being here, and then she can just tank for everyone forever. That'll go to 17 times 2, you'll go to 21 sweep. Yeah, I think we want to play everything here. So we'll do that, and then we will not play the Animus, we'll play it next turn, it'll fit on the middle floor. We'll start by playing Don't Get Ember Drained, and then we have a Rector Flicker who just, he's a 218, that's very good, actually. Trying to think if there's any reason to play Vine Grasp, and I think the answer is no. You're all dead anyways. Now, Blazing Bolts, on the other hand, is worth playing. My smoke detector is going off outside of my room, and it stopped. Their Nunes says, I'm guessing Imp Queen next. Give me Primordium, then he can get gorged every turn and fuel Wildenton. That's what I want. I think that was okay. I can't play Prismal Dust, I'm a fool. Whatever, get me out of here. Aye. If any unit dies, I don't care. Sentient, Spikes 40 and Endless. That's a very good unit. Unfortunately, I don't have the capacity for anything. I've got Hef up here. I can't keep anyone alive here either. Because you are a trampling 16 damage unit. I will say though, I think that a morsel in front is always good. And if you're gonna die, I mean, you're gonna come back to life. But I do like the idea. Oh, you all have freaking spikes. Well, I mean, I could probably keep you alive with an Immortal Trade, or maybe even a Grovel. I don't even want to play Prismal Dust, weirdly enough. Hef, please get more capacity. I'm gonna play the Sentient up at the front, I think. I mean, you're gonna take a lot of damage. Everyone's gonna take a lot of damage. This is great. It's great. Things are gonna make it through the floors though, starting now. So it is a little scary. Grovel's coming up. We get 6 draw every turn. We don't really want to get any more draw. We need to play cards. Adaptive Mutation. Buffing you is actually really nice. Sharpen. You guys are gonna live. You're still gonna be rooted though, which means you're going to, I'm gonna be able to replay the Animus and Wildenton. I'm just trying to think if I can actually keep something alive. Immortal Trade would make the Animus have more hits, but like, it's not really what I'm looking for, is it? I'm just gonna buff you with this. Everything else is now free. I'm wary about playing Immortal Trade because I don't want to be Ember Drained, but we're gonna get so much energy back next turn that I don't think it matters. So I'm just gonna play it on on you. And now everyone lives, so I think that's kind of okay. Let's keep you alive for a turn. I've got no morsel capacity at all. Except that's not true, I can descend the morsel. So, I guess, no I can't, I don't have the energy for it anymore. Well, I guess what I'm gonna do then is just kill a morsel just so it gets out of my deck forever. And then Prism Retrieval can make a Animus come back into my hand. I'm gonna play it right now because if I don't, it's gonna probably hit the morsel, let's be honest. So let's just play it. It's gonna buff the Animus for future turns. I'm just waiting on the capacity gain from Hef so I can play more units. But getting one champion randomly every turn is actually really nice. We can just play this. Hornbreaker Prince. Armor 20, multi-strike 4, and Endless. That's pretty bad. I don't think we need him, like, at all. I think what we want to do is get energy. I can't, there's no room, dude. Well, we can play Grovel, get 3 energy, play the other Grovel, which means we get a Grovel every turn, which is very good. So I think we'll go there. And then you can just tank. Animus is living, taking 4 damage, I'm fine with that. Restoration Detonation should do a number though. Now we're hurting. I didn't play the other Grovel! That's fine, I'm gonna get energy back anyways, it doesn't matter. Little oops. So we want to grovel on you still. Kind of want to give you damage. I've got a lot of morsels in hand I can't do anything with. The heck do we do with this hand? I don't know. Vine Grasp you, I guess. We should descend like Hef. No, we should descend the sentient and then pull it forward. Let's do that next turn, because that's a really good idea, and I'm dumb for not doing it. Disposable account says the extra champs get the champ benefit relic. That is very true. All the champs that we play are very good. I didn't draw a champion on this turn. I didn't even get one at all. I have no room in my hand. But here's what we can do. We can put the sentient on the bottom floor and pull it to the front. It doesn't seem that good because it's just going to function as a tank, but it is still very interesting. It gives us the room to play the Rector here. So I'm like, let's do that. We've got to play 2 units first, though. We can play the Rector. No, we need to play a morsel for tanking. And then we can play the Rector. Then we can descend you. This'll work. These guys are gonna live slightly longer, but, you know, blazing bolts. Pull you to the front. Now you're getting hurt quite a lot, but you're also still alive. And then, you know, honestly, I'm kind of just thinking blazing bolts, but the Animus, if I play it, it's just gonna die. What's coming up next turn? Sharpen? I really didn't want those guys to live. Oh, we can still play the Animus! Get your butt out there, dude! What a weird fight. It's very cool, though. It's very fun to just have random cards that you're playing every turn and not really understand what you're doing. Hey, Tethys Titan's Bane. That's actually a pretty good one. You have multi-strike 3, that's annoying. So the Animus at the top died, but it's back. And now it's pissed. This floor is also dying. I could give the champion damage shield 12, I think. It would be this. Which I think I'd prefer this Animus to have the damage shield. Well, no, I'd prefer this Animus to have no Ember Drain. So let's give you Lifesteal, so you can heal the damage that you're gonna take. Then we can play Tethys. Then we can play 14 damage shield on our Sentient. That seems really good. Did kill you. You took some damage. It doesn't matter because you come back at some point anyways. All right. We're not even close to Shadow Box, but for a lot of this, I haven't had the opportunity or room to play the morsels. Now I kind of do. Tethys is pretty good. I mean, that's 130 damage every turn, maybe more. I don't know, because his root damage, his base damage has been buffed. Yeah, it's 130 now. Hornbreaker Prince is terrible. I don't even want to play him. You're trash. You're garbage. I will play this, though. Oh, a unit made it up. Yeah, the floor is very, very big, very sticky. At least the, you know, boss is dying. Very slowly, but he is dying. Waves remaining 3. I mean, I think we're gonna be okay, but this is sloppy just because I'm just putting units down kind of randomly. I don't really know where anything goes at this point. It just kind of goes out there wherever it can. I don't even know what to do with you. You're healing for 20, which is great. I guess you just play a lot of morsels, huh? Okay. And you're gonna burn out, so it doesn't matter what we play here. So you might as well get this. You're healing anyways, but 2 damage shield will matter. I guess you can take 1. We're gonna get Shadow Box next turn, which will wipe everything that's been building up. Which is important because we have a lot of things that have built up recently. Waves remaining 2. I kind of want the Rector not to be the tank of this floor, but he will keep Hef quite alive. So maybe I do want him to be the tank of this floor. With damage shield though, probably not. Who gets the damage shield then? Let's give you the damage shield, and then you can tank. You still come out as like a freaking 100-100. And then in 2 morsels, we get out of control disgustingly good. I want this morsel to be eaten. Go ahead and take a lifesteal. All right, it killed everything but 2 units. That's pretty good. That's pretty nice. I enjoyed that one. Just play those to get him out. Sharpen. Why not? Root seeds, why not? And the boss has 1000 HP. Our champions, plural, are doing a mighty fine job. Mighty fine job indeed. It's the Hornbreaker again. I don't want you. I really like this though. Keeps you just mightily alive. Waves remaining 1. I mean, at this point, we could probably just play it and be good. Baby, be good. But you're also dead. It doesn't matter. In turn. That was fun. Hello, lore. I wish that you could guarantee yourself that book, because it's just so chaotic, but fun and worthwhile and enjoyable and satisfying to use. Quark says, I suggest you call this the Avengers Run, since you have a team of champions. You think I'll remember that? What is this? Why is there a second line here? Well, that was a very fun run. Having a team of champions that are all endless is really good, especially when one of them is heavy burnout champion. But Wildenton was exactly what I wanted on this run. 50% better attack, 50% better health. He's already very good, but more stats just makes him a lot more reliable. And the negative of the challenge, spells cost +1, was completely negated by Split Anvil and having 4 energy, and Hell's Banners helped as well. We had the ability to play all of our spells every turn, except for like 1 or 2, and I could have upgraded them. I could have made, Sharpen cost -1, but we were able to play it sometimes thanks to the Awake. But if I wasn't playing, 1 Sharpen per turn, or if I didn't have the opportunity to play Descend, wherever the hell it is, Restoring Retreat, that's not a big deal. We're still playing a Holdover Grovel with morsels that give damage shield, and you get the value of the morsel, and we have all the value of like the Root Seeds and the Shade Splitters that we're able to play on top of it. It's a good run, mighty fine run. For those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel, any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.